What's going on YouTube? This is Chris again, myVaporSite.com, and this is vlog number 2. Same one, or same day as vlog number 1. Just, I kind of want to do a second video now to tell you a little bit about how long I've been vaping and what I'm vaping with and so forth. So I will have to consult my website, because down in the bottom right hand corner of each page of myVaporSite.com I have a counter that actually keeps up with my days smoke free so far. Chris has been smoke free for 68 days, so that's where we're at right now, and that is as of June 24th 2014. I'm not going to tell the whole story. There's plenty out there that I've written already telling my story about how I tried Cig-a-lights like 4 years ago, and it didn't work for me, and I put a bad taste in my mouth, and I continued to smoke and smoke and smoke. And well, 66 days ago I finally said, to hell with it, it's time to go in and give it a whirl. Called my buddy Todd up in Zook's Vapor in Memphis, Tennessee, which isn't where I live. I live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And I said, look dude, you've been talking to me about these e-cigarettes, it's time, tell me more. He suggested what to get, and I ended up heading to the local store here, Iconic Vapor, and I walked out with an I Taste MVP, and got 3 or 4 different flavors, a couple replacement tanks, and the MVP, and walked out the door. Within a few days I decided, after watching videos and listening to people, that it was time to try the dripping. So I got a Stingray clone and a Nimbus clone to put on top. Had a 0.4 ohm coil on it. Didn't like it. And in retrospect, or in hindsight, I didn't like it because I didn't have it built properly, and there was a metal taste, and I hadn't washed or cleaned any of the parts, so it was a bad starting experience. Well, I decided it was time to get my wife started with vaping, so I bought her a VV, and she didn't like it, so now this was my backup for a little bit of time, but now it just sits in there and I'll let people taste test off of it. Then I found this one, the Sigelei 20 watt, and this is an awesome device. I got this for about $80 cheap, or about $70 cheaper than when they were first released, and I really loved it because I could kick it up to 20 watts. I could try all sorts of cool stuff, and got into the K-Funds about that time and really learned how to build them and whatnot. So that was my daily driver for about a good month. Then in between all that, got a couple vision spinners from Vulcan Vapes in Birmingham. I got them to give away to friends and family I was trying to get off of smoking, and I ended up giving all 3 of them away eventually. But as I was looking for the right candidates to give them to, because you just don't want to walk up to anybody and give them a $25, $30 device. They might just take it and then go right back to smoking. So I didn't have like the clicks back then, but I've got a bunch of clicks to give away in contests now, which I'll talk about later. But I used in between vaping on this and the MVP, I would go low tech theory with the ego style twist for a while, in between. But about I'd say 2 or 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago, I decided I wanted to get a for real, sure enough, non-clone, authentic mod, just so I could, be versed in all the different ways of vaping. And got this Black Sue mod from Bama Vapors in Birmingham, Alabama. And I also got the Mephisto, which is also an authentic RDA. And really liked it. I don't really drip a lot because of, I drive 3 or 4 hours a day, but it's a really nice device. So I didn't hit it hard, but if you look around, I've got a couple cloud videos out there. So about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Vapor Joe posted about 101 Vapes having the Hannah Mods clones with no logos and I decided to give them a try, and this has been my daily driver since. It's got a K-Fun Light 3.1, I believe it's called, on top. I also like to use the Fogger V4, which is relatively new. It's kind of like a K-Fun meets Nautilus meets what is it, Aqua. It's built to use a dual coil, so I've got this built to a dual coil built to a 0.5, and it hits like a truck on this thing. But so I got a couple of the Foggers, I've got a couple of the K-Funs, I've got about 4 Nautiluses, which I rarely use anymore. Got a couple, about 4 or 5 ProTank 3s, a couple Unitanks, about 20 or 30, about 20 of these that I use, and I've got the little numbers on there to know what I've actually got in each of these tanks. Carry around about 4 or 5 batteries, and yeah, that's about it. And while I was showing you this, I'll show you. I made a vape case also, custom cutouts and everything. So, and yeah, so that's what I'm vaping with. What I'm vaping on currently, these are my favorite flavors. This is Bomb Cyclone, which is a strawberry cream from Down Home Vaping, which is up somewhere in North Alabama. This, I can't vape it all day, but it is so good. Just Jag Bomb. Tastes like a Jaeger bomb from Bama Vapors in Birmingham. I don't have the label because, well, I was getting 30 ml bottles and moving to these 15 ml bottles so I can carry them around. But Strog by DB Liquids. My all-time favorite, I was a menthol smoker for most of my time. This is my favorite menthol that I found so far, and that's Thunderhead Vapor out of Seattle, Menthol Trends. So I started out at 18 milligrams and now I'm down to 12. And one that I just started messing with today that I really like. When I first tried it, I was like, I don't think I like this, but after about 10 minutes, I really started to like it. I don't know if you can see that, but this is Crunch Berries, and it's made by Cyber E-Liquids, and it tastes like Crunch Berries. So that's what I'm vaping on mostly. I've got a bunch of stuff to still, I mean, I've tasted pretty much everything I've got, but up in here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I've got plenty to work with up here. So anyway, that's what I'm vaping on and with, and that's about it for right now. This is vlog number 2. Thanks for watching. Check out myVaporSite.com. Thanks.